Max Mayfield has been in a coma since the insane Season 4 finale, but Volume 1 of the latest season just revealed something wild. Her mind is awake. She's trapped inside Vecna's head. And here's where it gets interesting. Max's unique position might actually give her abilities nobody saw coming. What actually happened to Max? Let me clear up the confusion first because there's been a lot of outdated info floating around. Max's body is in a coma at Hawkins General Hospital. Doctors don't know if she'll ever wake up. But Season 5. Volume 1 confirmed her consciousness is very much alive. She's trapped in what's being called Kamazotz, a mindscape prison Vecna created from his own memories. Specifically, she's stuck in a 1950s version of the Creel House. Everything looks beautiful and perfect. Mr. Whatsit, Vecna's friendly disguise, walks around pretending to protect the kids he's captured. But Max figured out the truth. She's been exploring Vecna's memories, learning his patterns, and she found something important. There's a cave, a memory from Henry Creel's past that he's absolutely terrified of. The first Shadow stage play revealed what happened there. Young Henry entered that cave and got transported to Dimension X. The Mind Flayer entered his body. That's how he got his powers. And that trauma runs so deep he can't face it even decades later. Max has been hiding in that cave memory. Vecna won't go near it, can't enter it. His own psychological blocks keep him out. So Max set up shop there. When Holly Wheeler got taken in Volume 1, Max found her, explained the situation, started teaching her how to resist Vecna's manipulation. Sadie Sink confirmed Max has been trapped there for 18 months in real time. That's a long time to be stuck in someone's head. Learning their memories, understanding their fears, building knowledge nobody else has. The connection between powers and the Upside Down. Here's what we know for certain about psychic powers in Stranger Things. Every single person with abilities got them through connection to the Upside Down or Dimension X, no exceptions. 11 and the other numbered kids at Hawkins' lab got powers because Dr. Brenner injected their mothers with Vecna's blood, or in some cases directly into the kids themselves. That blood came from Henry Creel, who already had powers from Dimension X, so their abilities trace back to that source. Will Byers got his hive mind control because Vecna flayed him in 1983, connected a tentacle to his mouth, pumped Mind Flayer particles into him, physically changed his blood and body. That connection lay dormant until Will learned to tap into it in Volume 1. Vecna got powers when the Mind Flayer entered his body in Dimension X as a child. That entity altered him biologically, made him part of the hive mind, gave him psychic abilities. The pattern is clear. Direct exposure to Upside Down energy grants powers. The more intense the connection, the stronger the abilities. And once established, it doesn't disappear. It can be suppressed, but it's permanent. Max's unique connection to Vecna. Now, let's talk about what makes Max's situation special. Vecna almost killed her, got further with her than any other victim. Broke her limbs, blinded her, stopped her heart. She was clinically dead for over a minute before 11 revived her. But Vecna's victims don't just die physically, they get absorbed. Their consciousness gets pulled into his mindscape. We saw confirmation in Volume 1. Barb's body is in Vecna's hive. All his victims are integrated. Max died. For 1 minute, she was gone. Her consciousness got pulled into Vecna's mind. Then 11 brought her body back, restarted her heart. But Max's consciousness was already trapped. She couldn't return because Vecna wouldn't let her go. This created an unprecedented situation. Max is tethered to two places at once. Her body exists in the real world in a coma. Her mind exists in Vecna's mindscape fully conscious. She's literally bridging two dimensions, existing in both but fully present in neither. And that bridge, that connection, it's not one way. Max can see Vecna's memories, navigate his mind, understand his thoughts and fears. She's been doing it for 18 months. But if it works that way, what's stopping it from working the other way too? Will's powers prove the theory. Volume 1 showed us exactly how this works through Will. He's been connected to Vecna since 1983. That connection gave him the ability to sense the Upside Down. Feel when it's near, know what it wants, but he couldn't control it. The power was dormant. Then, in Episode 4, everything changed. Will was cornered. His friends were about to die. Vecna taunted him, called him weak, and something clicked. Will stopped being afraid of the connection. He accepted it, embraced it. Suddenly, he could tap into the hive mind. His eyes went white like Vecna's. He saw through Demogorgon's eyes across multiple locations, controlled them, snapped their bones using Vecna's signature technique. The Duffers confirmed this wasn't new powers appearing. This was Will learning to use abilities he always had from the connection years ago. Max's situation parallels Will's perfectly. She's been connected to Vecna since Season 4. She died in his grasp. Her consciousness got pulled into his mind. She's been living inside his memories for over a year. If Will's brief connection gave him powers, what would Max's intense, prolonged connection give her? The Duffer said Will's powers are proximity-based. He can only use them when close to the Upside Down. Max is literally inside Vecna's head. She couldn't be closer if she tried. She's swimming in it. If proximity matters, Max has maximum proximity. What fans are theorizing. Okay, so I need to be clear. Max getting powers is theory. It hasn't been confirmed. Volume 1 didn't show her using abilities. The Duffers haven't said it's happening. This is speculation based on evidence and not spoilers, but fans have good reasons for believing it. Jamie Campbell Bower, who plays Vecna, told Deadline that Max is a catalyst for something huge later in the season. He said her presence in Vecna's mind frustrates him, but leads to a major event. That's not random. That's setup. Sadie Sink emphasized multiple times that the rocks where Max hides are a key note this season. Those rocks are the cave memory, the place Vecna fears. Max discovering that wasn't just plot convenience, it's going to matter. The D&D symbolism also matters. Holly got introduced as Holly the Heroic, a cleric who can cast Dimension Door, a spell that opens pathways between dimensions. Stranger Things always uses D&D to foreshadow real abilities. Well, the Wise became a real sorcerer. According to fan theories, Holly the Heroic might become someone who can actually open dimensional doors. The Blind Seer archetype. This is where fan speculation gets really interesting. Max lost her sight at the end of Season 4. Her eyes were damaged when Vecna broke her. She's blind. And in mythology and storytelling, blindness often comes with a trade. Physical sight for spiritual sight. The Blind Seer archetype. Think Tiresias from Greek mythology. Blind prophet who could see the future. Or Daredevil. Lost his sight but gained enhanced senses. It's a common story beat. Someone loses one ability and gains another, more powerful one in exchange. Fans point out that Max is blind while trapped in Vecna's mindscape seeing his memories. She lost physical vision but gained ability to see things nobody else can. Memories, fears, psychological weak points. According to fan theories, when she wakes up, that might translate to real psychic vision. There's precedent in Stranger Things. Eleven goes blind and deaf when she uses her powers. She enters the void, a black empty space where she can only sense the person she's looking for. That's psychic blindness, trading physical senses for supernatural ones. Fans speculate Max might experience a permanent version of that. The Oracle Theory. One of the most popular fan theories suggests Max could become an Oracle. In DC Comics, Barbara Gordon became Oracle after being paralyzed by the Joker. She couldn't fight physically anymore, so she became the information hub, the one who sees everything and guides the team. Fans believe Max's role could be similar. She might gain the ability to see into the future, to predict Vecna's moves, to know what's coming before it arrives. An Oracle, in the classic sense. Someone who contacts higher powers and receives guidance. According to these theories, Max would use her mind's eye to see into the Upside Down, provide intel, help Eleven and the group fight Vecna with information he doesn't know she has. Her physical limitations don't matter because her real value is psychic. This theory gained traction because Max doesn't have an established D&D role. Mike is the Heart and Paladin. Will is the Wizard and Cleric. Dustin is the Bard. Lucas is the Ranger. Eleven is the Mage. Max suggested Zoomer in Season 3, but that's not a real D&D class. Fans point out that in D&D, you don't choose to become an Oracle. You're chosen by mysterious power. Max being chosen fits perfectly. What powers fans think she might have? If Max does develop abilities based on fan theories, what would they be? Here's what the community is speculating. Mind reading or empathy. Max has been inside Vecna's head for over a year. She's seen his memories, felt his emotions. Fans theorize she might have developed ability to read minds or sense emotions. When she wakes up, she could tell what people are thinking or feeling. Strategic value. Psychic vision or prophecy. According to fan theories, Max might have gained ability to see things that haven't happened yet, to predict Vecna's moves, to know what's coming before it arrives. A seer who can look into the Upside Down and report back. Hive mind connection like Will. Some fans believe Max might tap into the hive mind like Will does. See through creatures' eyes, sense Vecna's location, maybe even disrupt his control. Two people who can hijack his network would be devastating. Memory manipulation. She's been living in memories. Fans speculate, what if she learned to alter them, change them, use them against Vecna? Imagine Max projecting the cave trauma at him during battle, forcing him to confront his worst fear. Psychological warfare. Most fan theories combine several of these. Max won't be as powerful as Eleven. she won't have raw telekinetic force. But according to these theories, she'll have specialized abilities that complement the team. Insight, vision, connection, things nobody else can do. Another theory, 11 transferred powers. Some fans have another theory entirely. They believe when 11 revived Max, she might have accidentally transferred some of her powers, like a blood transfusion but psychic. Max would have gotten a piece of 11's abilities in that moment. This theory points to how 11 couldn't find Max in the void afterward. Usually she can locate anyone, but Max was just a red empty space. Fans speculate maybe that's because part of 11 is now inside Max. Their consciousness merged briefly when 11 pulled her back. If this theory is true, Max might have telekinesis when she wakes up. Not as strong as 11's, but enough to help. She could move small objects, defend herself, contribute to battles in ways she couldn't before. There's no evidence for this beyond speculation. The Duffers haven't hinted at it, but fans like this theory because it connects 11 and Max even deeper. They're best friends. Having a psychic bond on top of their emotional bond would be meaningful. Why Volume 2 will probably answer. This episode 6 is titled Escape from Camazotz. That's the Mindscape episode. The one where 11 goes into Vecna's mind to rescue Max and Holly. Trefry, who wrote the first Shadow stage play, wrote this episode. Fans expect it to dive deep into Henry's memories and Max's time there. If Max is going to develop powers or reveal she has them, episode 6 is when it happens. Either she uses abilities to help 11 navigate the Mindscape, or she escapes, and we learn what she gained from 18 months trapped there. Either way, her role expands beyond victim. The finale is 2 hours. There's time for Max's full arc, waking up, dealing with blindness, discovering what the connection gave her, contributing to the final battle in unexpected ways. The Duffers said this season answers all questions. Max's fate is one of the biggest. Why this matters for the story. Whether Max gets powers or not, her story represents something important. She's been broken multiple times. Stepbrother's death, Vecna's attack, coma, blindness. Every season she loses something, but she keeps fighting anyway. If she gains abilities from her trauma, it sends a message. Pain can make you stronger. Surviving doesn't mean you're ruined. You can take what hurt you and transform it into power. That's a good message for a show about kids dealing with real and supernatural monsters. Plus, practically, the team needs more psychics. 11 alone isn't enough. We saw that in Season 4. She fought Vecna to a draw. Will just got his abilities, but he's still learning. If Max wakes up with powers, even limited ones, that changes the math. 3 psychics versus 1. Better odds. The final battle needs everyone contributing. Lucas providing weapons, Dustin providing strategy, Steve and Nancy fighting physically, Hopper leading, Joyce supporting, Mike coordinating, Robin gathering intel, and the psychics 11, Will, possibly Kaylee, possibly Max handling the supernatural side. Everyone has a role. The counter-argument, why she might not get powers, fair point to address. Maybe Max doesn't get powers at all. Maybe her contribution is just the intel she gathered, the knowledge of Vecna's weakness, the cave. Maybe teaching Holly to resist and showing others trapped in the Mindscape how to fight back is her role. Not everyone needs abilities. Lucas doesn't have powers, Dustin doesn't. They're still crucial. Max could be the same. Her value comes from experience and knowledge, not psychic gifts. That's valid storytelling too. Some fans prefer this, actually. They don't want Max's blindness erased or compensated with superpowers. They want her to be a disabled character who contributes despite limitations, not because of magical replacements. That's representation too. The Duffers might agree. They might keep Max powerless on purpose. Show that you don't need abilities to be a hero. That intelligence and courage matter more than psychic force. That would be a good message. Either way, Max is key to Volume 2. Powers or no powers, Max is central to what's coming. Jamie Campbell Bower said she's a catalyst. That means she triggers something major. Maybe she reveals Vecna's weakness, and that's how they win. Maybe she wakes up at the perfect moment and her presence disrupts Vecna's concentration. Maybe she stays in the Mindscape and becomes the inside agent who sabotages him. The cave memory is going to be used against Vecna somehow. Max is the one who found it, who's been hiding there, who understands its significance. That makes her the expert. When they need to exploit that weakness, she's the one who knows how. Volume 2 drops Christmas Day, 3 more episodes plus the 2-hour finale. Max's fate will be revealed then. Whether she gets powers, whether she wakes up, whether she survives. All the speculation and theories get answered. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Stranger Things character analysis, story deep dives, and theories.